I must be dreaming, dreaming. I must be dreaming.
Alright you guys, so I'm just gonna get right into this tutorial. So I'm gonna warn y'all, I'm coming in this camera looking a mess. Like my hair, I'm just ready for these braids to come in. So here I am starting out with my foundation. My hair is blow dried. I did that off camera, and I'm gonna go ahead and start parting the back of my head. Y'all, I honestly think that knotless braids, the most important aspect of it is parting. So make sure that you're taking your time and you're getting your parts straight, because if they're not, they're gonna be very visible. I'm going in with my Murray's Edge Wax, and this is the first time me using this. I like to put it on the part to help get it even straighter. I noticed that's a trick that helps. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna show you guys the technique that I use personally. And this is the hair I'm using, and as you guys can see, this is in the finished length of 34 inches, and the total length is 68, so it's long. And I actually have one of these things that helps me separate the different strands of hair, so this was really helpful. I got it from Walmart for like $12, y'all, so definitely I recommend. But now I'm going in and I'm parting each individual braid, and I'm going to show you guys that I'm going to braid my hair first before I add the hair in. I know that may sound crazy, but stay tuned. Okay, so I'm parting my hair, my own hair, into 3 sections, and then I'm going to start braiding it tight at the root and just go down. I make sure that this braid has a very good foundation, because now I'm going to start adding in the hair. So it's going to give that same seamless knotless look, but it's saving me a lot of time. One thing that I do struggle with doing knotless braids on myself is feeding the hair into the back of my head. And I figured that this method was a little bit more helpful for me, especially with the back of my head, considering I'm doing them on myself. But I feel like it gives pretty much the knotless look anyway. So I definitely recommend this technique if you guys are struggling with feeding in the hair in the back like me. And you guys saw in the intro that they turned out really cute, and I think I did a pretty good job. So make sure y'all stay tuned and watch to the end to see how I achieved that look. So I'm going to go ahead and just part and braid that entire row, and then I'm going to show you guys how I feed in the hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Feeling young, but they treat me like the OG. And they want the T on me, I swear these bitches nosy. Said he put some money on my head, I guess we gon' see. I won't put no money on this shit, my niggas owe me. I gotta be single for a while, you can't control me. Uno those traits in a race, they can't hold me. And I show my face in the case, so you know it's me. Imitation isn't flattery, it's just annoying me. And I'm too about it. And the dirt that they threw on my name turned to soil, and I grew about it. Time for y'all to figure out what y'all gon' do about it. Big wheels keep rolling, rolling. I'm outside, 29, G5, seaside. I've been losing friends and finding peace. But honestly,
so now that that row is completely parted, it makes it a lot easier for me to go in later and just feed the hair in. So this is about how much hair I use, and it's not a lot, y'all. The key is to only add a little bit of hair at the base so it still gives that knotless look, and then you feed the hair in as you go. So as you can see, I'm braiding it down at least 4 or 5 times before I add any hair in to make sure it's nice and flat at the top. Now once I've done that, I'm going to start feeding in the hair that's about that same size, and it's going to build the size of the braid that I want. As you guys saw in the title, I went for small/medium braids, you know, and it doesn't require you to add in a whole bunch of hair if you don't want them to be super big, so that's something I also really liked about them. The only thing, y'all, is that it took forever to braid these down. Like, they were so long. They go past my butt, actually. But I actually found this YouTube trick where if you put the braid like and you hold it with your teeth, it's easier to braid it down, and it is. So I definitely recommend trying that, y'all, because I was tired of my hands going all the way down to my waist to braid. But I'm just gonna keep repeating that technique. Basically, you're just parting the hair, making sure you're getting a nice straight part, even if you gotta go over it a couple times. I also go in with the edge wax, and I just add a little more on the part before I go in and braid it. I separate it into 3 parts, and then I start braiding it down. You guys know the drill by now. I also wanted to go ahead and get my edges out of the way because sometimes, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I will braid my edges up if I don't lay them down some type of way. So this time I was like, you know what, I'm not taking no chances. I braided all my hair up and I parted my edges out, and we were good to go. So yeah, that's about half my head done, and now I'm starting with the front of my head. Using the same method, taking a small piece, and especially on the pieces that are towards the front of my head, where they are not as thick as they are in the back, I made sure I added only a little bit of hair in the beginning and fed the hair in as I went down to make sure that I still got the size that I wanted and it still looked seamless at the top. You can really see I'm stretching my hair down and make it as flat as possible, and then I'm going in and braiding it down. But y'all, I'm not gonna lie, these braids did take me a good 6 hours because they are so long. It takes me so much time to braid each individual braid down all the way to my waist, y'all. Like, it took forever, but I really like these and I really wanted them long, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna suck it up. And I even got my friend to help me later in the video because, y'all, it was a lot. I started at like 11 and didn't end till like 6:30. Y'all young kids don't know about this one. Okay, let me finish my edges. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of my edge tutorial and how I get them all swirly. Y'all saw me separate how much hair I wanted for my edges, so I make sure I have enough to where I have at least one long piece that I can just swirl around. And it's really easy. I've been doing it forever. I even have a video on my channel of me doing a swirly edge tutorial if you want to see it. And I think this is a simple and cute way of doing your edges when you have braids of any length and any size. It's just so cute. Use 24-hour edge tamer on my edges, and I'm gonna go in with some Lotta Body, and mousse is my absolute favorite part of doing my braids. It feels so good and it just lays everything down so nice. And I'm gonna wrap my edges up with some edge wrapping paper. And I'm gonna spray some oil sheen on my braids. And then I'm gonna go in with a scarf, and I'm gonna leave that on for about 20 minutes while I go and boil the ends off camera. And this is pretty much how they looked after the ends were dipped. I went ahead and added some foaming mousse onto the braids as well, just to straighten everything out, any flyaways or anything like that, so it can dry really nice and laid. I also was in a rush that day, so I went in and I blow dried my hair on cool for about 10 minutes. After that, I went ahead and I took off this scarf and the edge wrapping paper. And this is pretty much the end result. I think they turned out super cute. They're the length I wanted. I've never had braids this long, y'all, so I'm just loving them. I'm in love. Y'all can see, I'm feeling myself. And I wanted to try a little side part, a little something, something, and I think it turned out really cute. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and like this video if you guys like this tutorial. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.